Hello everyone. If you're new to the channel or if you're one of the subscribers, make sure you leave a like, a comment, and you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Alright, there is a zigzag giveaway in June 2023 if we hit 10,000 subscribers. Okay, so if we hit 10,000 subscribers by June 2023, somebody's gonna get a zigzag. Okay, and the only way you can enter into that giveaway is by leaving comments. Okay, so you better get to commenting, man. I made the announcement just after the last giveaway. So I gave away a climbing system to one of the subscribers here, Black Dog. Oh yeah, from Illinois, man, the great state of Illinois. Hey, thanks, man, for being a great participant along the journey, and just really appreciate your feedback, and your comments are always welcome. Like, you're just awesome, man. Anyway, here I am just readjusting a rigging point, and so I like to do this here, and I also kind of left a little slack in the sling there so that I can rig the tree right behind it. So just behind my left hand there's a red oak we're also removing. Yeah, this job was pretty cool right here. Now check that out. A long limb there. Cut a little deflection off the bucket here, the little basket. Yeah, so this rigging system is actually hooked up like a zigzag, literally a zigzag. Okay, so it's got 1, 2, 3, 4 points that are diagonal to one another. As I got to the top of the canopy, the angles between the zigzag became a little bit closer, so they were a bit more on the acute side. And I noticed that with that kind of setup, you create a lot of friction, tons of friction. The guys down at the bottom for the first few limbs weren't even using the porter rack because there was so much friction in the system. So it actually worked very well. I did it because in that chestnut oak that I was just working on, adjusting the pulley, it had just tons. It was a co-dominant union. It was like a triple co-dominant with tons of included bark, and I was just like, man, I want to get this red oak out of there, and we're gonna be creating some pretty big rigging forces here. It's best to think ahead and just have a proper setup to be able to remove all that wood. So a lot of that wood was sent over, and even like this here, I'm throwing as much as I could as well, because I don't know, I was doing a mixture of throwing and rigging. So yeah, I don't really remember why, but I was. Anyways, this is what was happening the entire time. So we're actually over in the neighbor's yard right now, with the 90-foot lift, and we're just sending these branches. Like, we're just sending it. There's a bunch of wood that ends up going over there too, and the rigging system just holds tight. So you usually, when you look at a tree and it's not rigged like with compression, you'll notice that it tends to lean towards where it's where the load is, right? So it'll kind of lean this way. Nah, but this tree didn't really do too much of that. It more so kind of just like stood tight. Nice and stout. It was really cool. It's a great way to rig. Compression rigging in general is just a phenomenal piece of knowledge that every climber should have. I mean, every climber, any person just that is thinking about working in trees, or a person who already works in trees and isn't currently using compression techniques in their rigging, should definitely begin to get familiarized with them, because it's like I said, it's just a great tool. It allows you to work within the limit of safety. I mean, that's our limit, right? We're not going to do anything past what is safe. And so that just, you know, adds to the value of safety. And here, we're just towards the end of the job, and it was really cool here, man. This tree it wasn't super challenging. The challenging part was just getting the tree from the neighbor's yard into this yard. That was the toughest part. And we did it. We did it with flying colors. Tons of close calls on the legs there from the actual machine. Close calls, but measured, of course. I mean, I wasn't just, you know, like, yeah, I hope this works. Nah, man, we're kind of, you know, we're just working at the top of our game here and trying to make things work, basically. Okay, so that one I needed some more direction to the right, and I adjusted accordingly. Just gonna make sure that this notch here is picture perfect. Picture perfect, especially when it matters. So like, I'm not usually doing this to my notch. Yeah, you saw that little piece of wood that I left inside the notch. That kind of, the notch, when it closes, it kind of gives it a little jolt to the right. So if I had not left that there, it probably would have been a little bit, it wouldn't have been pointing straight at the leg where it landed. You know what I mean? So yeah, I could have done a little bit differently there. Either way, it came out good. Not mad about that. And so here we're just figuring out the plan. We're gonna blow tops out. I think rain was coming that day, so tons of rain was coming. I wanted to get out of there. We're just like, yeah, man, let's just blow the tops out right here. And yeah, so that brings me to another thing, right? So like, whenever you're working on trees with lifts, you have to factor in that your lift is going to take away from your mobility with respect to moving the material out of the yard, and as far as like your drop zone goes as well. It also creates a hazard for the people down at the bottom, so they need to be very much aware, especially where in situations where the machine is very close to the tree and you're just in tight quarters. It matters even more. So yeah, awareness is key when we're using machines like this. So I'm just getting these guys in the proper trajectory. There was really good wind in the direction that we're pulling, so this actually made a lot of sense. Here goes the big top on that red oak there. Just a massive top here. real long. Yeah, this is some really good cutting here. Just taking your time to make a proper notch, especially when it counts, I think it makes a big difference. I mean, because if you don't take your time on it, like, what is the outcome going to be like? What could it be like? You know, so just take your time, man. That's what I do. I love taking my time, and it always comes out right.
Chainsaw's done.
Okay, so I just turn on at 462 here, laying right next to me. That 201 was cutting really good, but this thing is also cutting good. It's just ripping. Look at that. Nice, nice, nice. Nice and tight, man. Perfect, perfect. Couldn't ask for anything more. So yeah, guys, thank you for visiting the channel once again. You guys are awesome. Don't forget to smash that like button if you like anything in this video. If you like how this basket pivots on the end of the jib, I mean, leave a like. That was pretty cool. I mean, look at all those handles I need to operate. Yeah, guys, it's a lot of hard work. For all you climbers out there, man, power to y'all. Got mad respect for all my climbers. Do it safer, guys. Till next time, peace out.